Rookie of the Month has only been around since 2010, but she's the first player ever to win Rookie of the Month and Player of the Month.
Like that, and I think for me personally, I'm focused on my team and what we got going on right now. The record to me.
The Indiana Fever just dropped their starting lineup and WNBA players are freaking out. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, NaLyssa Smith, Natasha Howard, and Aliyah Boston. A lineup so stacked that opposing teams are already scrambling to adjust their defensive schemes. Let me break this down for you. This isn't just any lineup. It features the last 2 rookies of the year and 2 players on max contracts all on the same court. The Fever went from basement dwellers to potential championship contenders overnight, and the rest of the league is in full panic mode. The question is, can all this star power actually work together? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Can a team that won just 13 games last season really become championship contenders overnight? That's exactly what's happening with the Indiana Fever. I mean, 7 straight seasons without playoffs is painful. The longest drought any WNBA team has ever suffered through. But now, everything is changing. This roster transformation is wild. They've assembled a starting 5 that has other teams seriously worried.
I grew up playing with the boys, and my dad was my first ever basketball coach. Before every game, I look at my dad and I give him a nod. He gives me a nod. And then I go off.
Indianapolis' finest. Big shot.
2 rookies of the year in the same lineup? That's what they've got with Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston. Add 2 max contract players with Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull, and you're looking at a starting unit that rivals any team in the league right now. What's crazy is how these 5 players combined for over 70 points per game last season, and that was before they even shared the court. Now imagine what happens when you add Clark's insane court vision and passing ability to that mix. The scoring potential is through the roof. You know what has basketball analysts buzzing? The Clark-Boston connection that's developing. These 2 could become the most dangerous young duo the W has seen in years. Picture this: Boston setting solid screens and rolling hard to the basket while Clark delivers those perfect pinpoint passes. That pick and roll combo alone could give defensive coordinators nightmares. Is this Fever starting lineup the most talented in franchise history? Absolutely. Even when they won it all back in 2012, they didn't have this level of raw talent spread across all 5 positions. The ceiling is ridiculously high. What makes this team extra dangerous is how they're planning to use Clark. Forget traditional WNBA point guard play where they just stand at the top of the key to start plays.
Person that's got that cachet, that marketability, that could have been selfish, was selfless, and thought not just about herself, but everybody. And because of that,
Obviously, a lot was made of this matchup between yourself and Diana Taurasi. I know she's one of your idols. How big is it for you to get a win here against her today?
I'm just happy we won. It was cool to play against her, and obviously a really great game. And
Clark will be in constant motion, breaking conventional offensive rules. This movement-based strategy means defenses face an impossible choice every trip down the court: stay attached to Clark or help on other scoring threats. Either way, they're in trouble. But here's the million-dollar question: can all this talent actually mesh together? We've seen super teams crash and burn before. Remember the 2004 Lakers with Kobe, Shaq, Malone, and Peyton. Or more recently, the Brooklyn Nets experiment with KD, Kyrie, and Harden. Stacking talent doesn't guarantee championships. Getting these players to sacrifice for each other and develop chemistry is the real challenge. The potential is there for something special, but potential doesn't win games. Execution does. And that's what makes this season so fascinating to watch. Chemistry is where championship dreams live or die, and the Fever might have found their secret ingredient with Sophie Cunningham. In a league where ego often destroys potential, a veteran player willingly embracing a bench role is practically unheard of.
What Caitlin brought obviously helped, but I think her and her play and utilizing us to show as a group what we can do is super special.
Obviously, a lot was made of this matchup between yourself and Diana Taurasi. I know she's one of your idols. How big is it for you to get a win here against her today?
I'm just happy we won. It was cool to play against her, and obviously a really great game. And
remember Carmelo Anthony's infamous IP, "They want me to come off the bench" moment? Cunningham's approach couldn't be more different. She's not just accepting a bench role, she's thrilled about it. Cunningham publicly stated she's thrilled to join a supporting role next to Caitlin Clark and is playing on a stacked Fever squad. Think about that for a second. When's the last time you heard a proven player actively excited about stepping back? While Carmelo rejected coming off the bench with the Rockets and Kyrie caused friction with the Celtics when his role didn't match his expectations, Cunningham is putting team success above personal glory. This attitude is exactly what transforms talented groups into championship teams.
I can't really put my finger on it, but I think for us, in retrospect, it was about changing the dynamic and the culture of the Indiana Fever.
Person that's got that cachet, that marketability, that could have been selfish, was selfless, and thought not just about herself, but everybody. And because of that,
the Fever aren't just building a starting five, they're creating a complete 40-minute nightmare for opponents. Their bench isn't filled with afterthoughts. It's packed with specialists who perfectly complement the starters. Brianna Turner is a screen-setting machine who finishes at the rim, exactly what you need when surrounded by elite passers. Lexi Hull didn't earn her spot through shooting percentages, but through hustle and defensive intensity that maintains the team's identity when starters rest. And when Clark needs a breather, that's when Christy Mao steps in with veteran leadership, ensuring the offense doesn't miss a beat. What makes this bench unit so dangerous is how they maintain pressure for the entire game. Most WNBA teams fall off a cliff when their starters sit, but the Fever keep coming at you with different looks. Opponents now face a brutal challenge.
If I'm gonna go out anyway, I'm going out on my sword and my own 2 feet, and I think I pride myself on.
Girls that were pretty competitive and was gonna, help me get better, and I was gonna have fun doing it. Looking back, I never questioned it. It never was like, oh, why am I playing with the boys? It was just what I did.
Prepare for the star-powered starters and a completely different style from the specialized bench unit. It's like facing two different teams in the same game. The real genius move? The Fever's willingness to adapt lineups based on matchups. Cunningham's versatility means she could even start against certain opponents, giving Indiana tactical flexibility few teams can match. This adaptability was already on display with the tough decisions surrounding Tammy Fagbenley, showing Indiana values strategy over sentimentality. What we're seeing with the Indiana Fever isn't just another team rebuild, it's a complete basketball renaissance happening right before our eyes. They've gone from afterthoughts to the team everyone's suddenly worried about. And here's what's terrifying for the rest of the league. This transformation isn't just about assembling talent, it's about creating a whole new basketball identity.
Clark now has an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that will include her own signature shoe. The deal is the richest sponsorship contract for a women's basketball player.
I appreciate it because at the end of the day we're competitors, and what she's done for us and paved the way to even for us to be here, we're eternally grateful for her.
This Fever squad is rewriting what's possible in the WNBA. Their blend of veteran savvy and young firepower is forcing other teams to completely rethink their approach. The basketball world is witnessing something special in Indiana, a team that isn't just trying to win games, but potentially revolutionizing how the entire sport is played.